Hi guys, so I know you've probably seen this outfit for such a long time, and I'm sorry, but I've just been in the mood really to film, and I had some videos that I needed to film anyways because the end of September has come and gone, so I have my empties here. This month honestly was not a good month for empties, and I'm not sure why. It just happened that I didn't run out of a lot of things. And the last 2 months have been wonderful with empties, but this month I was working on a little bit harder things, or just like using new things. But I did finish a few things like October 1st. I don't know why I just said August. October 1st. So it looks like October is going to be a good month for empties. We'll have to see, but so far so good. September was not. I do have some items in here that I decluttered that I'm going to count as empties because I'm going to get rid of them. And I'm going to count them as empties. So I don't know how some people don't. I'm going to, just because it's really hard for me to declutter things. So if I do actually declutter something, I'm counting as an empty because, like I said, decluttering for me is so hard. So we'll save the decluttering things for last. So the first thing that I actually finished is the Dear Clark volumizing tonic. It just looks like this. I got it in my Birchbox, I believe a few months ago. I try when I get something in my Birchbox to continually, my hair's like really bothering me. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Anyways, when I get something in my Birchbox, I try and like use it unless I know it's going to take me a long time. I try and use it consistently until it's gone, just because I don't want to have a lot of little samples lying around. So I try and use up, if it is a sample product, it pretty quickly, just so that I can, you know, keep moving through things and try it and see if I like it. Sorry, my hair is really driving me nuts right now. This did not volumize my hair. My hair is unvolumizable. I found one thing that volumizes it, and I'll have to talk about it in my October favorites. I was going to talk about it in my September favorites, but that never got filmed. So October favorites it is, but it won't be gone by then, so it'll be okay. This did not do anything for my hair. It seemed to make it a little bit greasy, so I would not repurchase this, or purchase the full size, I guess, because I got it in my Birchbox. The next thing was something I got in my Birchbox last month. I've been kind of on a low, I've been trying to be on a no buy with certain products, but that doesn't always work. But I've been on a low buy for a couple, like almost 2 years, just trying to get the essentials because I had so many products that I needed to just get through them. But I loved getting Birchbox, so I decided to, because I loved it so much. So that's why also you're going to see a lot of Birchbox things in here, because this is some of the only things I'm buying at the current moment, just because it has so much. I'm trying to get through it, and these sample sizes are so fun to get each month, and they don't take usually that long to finish up. And this is the Shara Terra Organics Rose Hip Black Soap, and it's a deep pore face wash. This smelled so bad. It was legit like a black color face wash, so it got my sink all weird. It smelled really weird. It seemed to like clean my face pretty well, but the smell I didn't like, and like the color, which is a really strange thing to not like in a face wash, but it just like made my like towels that I wash my face with all like gunky and black. It made my sink kind of gross, so I won't be repurchasing or purchasing the full size of this. Like, it was a nice soap, but I don't know, not a fan. The next thing is the Avon Glimmer Stick Brow Definer in Tawny. And this is what it looked like. I've had this for quite a long time, to be honest. I used about half of it and it broke because it was old and brittle. Like, I was trying to just break off a little piece, because on these older products, like, sometimes I'll break off just a little piece and then it will be creamier again, and I tried to break it off and it just like all broke and it was disgusting. I wouldn't repurchase it because there's so many now brow products out that I want to try, so I don't know an Avon consultant anymore, and even if I did, I would just want to try some other brow products. I'm using one right now that I really like, and it matches my eyebrows. This was not the one that was like making my eyebrows look really weird. It was something else. I tried to use this to kind of tame it down and it didn't work. Just so you know, if you've been watching me. The next thing is random, but I do put these in here. This was the Tuscany Candle Sun Kissed Nectarine. This stuff is so strong. It kind of gave me a headache because it was so strong, but I think it was like $2, so you can't beat that, but you have to make sure that it's in not a small room because it will give you a headache. And I put it in 3 candle warmers like around my house, and or wax warmers I guess, and it just gave me a headache. It lasted for such a long time too, which was awesome. The next thing was the Sephora Light Touch in, it's supposed to be a highlighter. What color are you in? I'm not sure what color it was in. It was a darker color. It was really orange. So I kind of put it down and then would put foundation on in the summertime. But it just like was starting to really like oxidize, as you can tell. And it just was not looking good. So I have a little bit left. But it's really old, so I did want to get rid of it. I got it a couple years ago with an order because I needed like $1 more for shipping, and this was on sale for $1, so I'm not too upset about it. The other random beauty product, I think this is the other last random beauty product, is the Q-tip cotton swabs. Definitely recommend the Q-tip brand. I've tried other brands just like for knockoffs, and these work so much better. They're so like more stiff. They don't like break, and so definitely recommend the Q-tip brand. I know it's a really random thing to like recommend, but I've tried the others and none of the other ones have like stood up, and these, you know, they're worth the extra like $1 or $2. Like it's not like a huge difference, so I figure I'll spend the extra for that. The next thing is one thing I got in my Birchbox, I believe again in August, maybe September. This was the Air Repair Complexion Boosting Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid. I loved this stuff. This stuff was the best. The only thing I don't like about this was it doesn't have SPF, and it really bothers me because I like having SPF in a few of my face products just to protect my skin, especially since I've been trying to use up some older products. I don't know if their sunscreen is still good, so I like having it in a few products, so hopefully one of them works, you know. So I might repurchase this. It did such a great job moisturizing my face. It was light enough for the morning time, which is probably when I would use it, because it would like, I could put it on and then I would do my eyes, and then I could mix this with my primer and put it on and do my eyes, and it would be perfect, ready to go. My foundation would lay perfectly. So I love this stuff. The only thing I don't like is that SPF. It drives me nuts. Next thing is the Supergoop City Sunscreen Serum. I got this in my Birchbox a few months ago. Again, like I said, this is the last Birchbox item, but I will have a lot of Birchbox items just because I use them a lot. I don't know. And they're the only things I'm buying, and they're sample sizes. So if I'm like trying to decide what I want to use up next and I've used like half of it, then I'll go ahead and do that because it's like something easy I can get out of my collection pretty quickly. But yeah. This is the Supergoop Serum. I liked it because it had SPF, but it was a little like too oily for me. Yeah, so I wouldn't get this. Again, I have other serums that I like, and I'm really excited to try. So that won't be a repurchase or a purchase of the full size. The next thing is a face moisturizer. This took me forever to use up. And this was the Neutrogena Naturals Multivitamin Nourishing Night Cream. So I only use this at night. It didn't have SPF. And it was a natural moisturizer. I really liked it. It was a little bit thick for some times during the year. Like the summertime, it was really hard to use this. I needed like a lighter moisturizer, but the wintertime it was fabulous. But since it's so natural that I felt like I had to use it pretty quickly for me, and so I don't know if I'll repurchase it again, even though it was great moisturizer. Sometimes it was too moisturizing for me. Like I said, so I don't know. I'm trying a couple other moisturizers, and like I said, the Air Repair I might get just because I feel like it is really moisturizing, but it's not like, doesn't make my, like if my face feels greasy, it still works, where that just made it like feel super moisturized and like kind of greasy, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully. The next thing I used up was a lotion. I've had this lotion for years. My mother-in-law gave it to me. I love the smell. It's been Botanical Blend. It's by Vaseline Sheer Infusion body lotion, and I really like this. I used to use it by my bed a lot, and I thought it did a really good job. It is a little bit thin for what I like, so I don't know if I'll repurchase it. I like body butters a lot better, but this was really nice if I just wanted something quick, because it did moisturize pretty well and soak into my skin pretty quickly, which I really enjoy, especially if I'm going to go right to bed. The next 5 things are things I'm decluttering, and they're pretty similar. I have very pin straight hair. I had a perm 5 years ago, I think, and I really liked it, and I thought about getting them again, but I just haven't, and my hair doesn't curl very well, and I don't take the time to curl it, and even if I did, I would just use hairspray. So all of these are gels from that time in my life that I had a perm, and it stayed for quite a while. So this actually was before that time, because my dad got me a Tommy Hilfiger like perfume, and it came with a lotion and this. And so it smells really good, and it's like a sparkling fragrance, so it's supposed to make your hair like sparkly and smell good, and a gel. So I'm going to see if my sister-in-law and one of my other friends wants this, because they have naturally curly hair, so they use gel a lot more, and I just don't. This is what my hair looks like 99% of the time. Like, I just went to a wedding, and this is what it looks like. Granted, I was in such a rush. The next thing is the Herbal Essence Totally Twisted Gel, and this is the Curl Crunching Gel, and it just looks like this. It has a good like herbal essence smell, and they seem to work pretty well when I had them, but I just got too gel happy and couldn't use them all. And the other one is a Tousle Me Softly Tousling Spray Gel. I thought about keeping this, and if my sister-in-law or my friend don't want it, I might keep this one just because it is a spray, so if I ever do like curl my hair, I can use it. But I just use hairspray, so I just keep going back and forth with this one. Hopefully they take it so I don't have to decide, but I'm really excited to see if they want that, just because I have a lot of hair things. I just need to get it out. I went through my bathroom and I was like, there's so much stuff. I just need to get rid of it, because when I moved, I kind of stuck all my bathroom stuff in like one cabinet, and I kind of tried to organize it. I tried to write down the things I had. I missed some things, but at least I have like a general idea. I have 5 face cleansers. I don't need to buy another one, type of thing. So yeah, and face cleansers are something, if you didn't notice, I get my Birchbox sometimes, which is fabulous. The next thing is the Tresemme Tress Gel Clean Hold gel. It's extra hold, alcohol free, clean feeling, natural looking hold. This one I used quite a bit. It doesn't have that much left in it. I think it's like down to here, so I used quite a bit considering I just had my hair permed once, and I think I had it at least for like from May to December, I think. But yeah, like I said, it's down to here. And that's when I really started straightening it, and it got back to normal. The last one is the Not Your Mother's Kinky Moves Curl Defining Hair Cream. So it just looks like this. It's just a different type of thing. I hardly use this one at all, because it was when, it's down to here. It was when my perm was going away, and I got engaged shortly after that, and I wanted like my natural hair. So I didn't end up getting a perm. I thought I was going to get another one, but I wanted to have my natural hair for my wedding, just because. So I ended up curling my hair for my wedding, so whatever. You know, what can you do? But anyways, so I'm going to see if my sister-in-law or friend, like I said, wants these things, but they're going to leave my house. Hopefully they take this one. So hopefully they'll take them, and they can give them a new home, and if they don't work, they can just get rid of them or pass them along as well, because like I said, I've been trying to declutter things, and it's been really, really a difficult road for me, to be honest, especially with beauty products that you can use up. Like clothes are a little easier for me, a little bit, because, or like things like that you can't use up. Like there are some clothes that I try to use up in the fact that I wear them, like my pajama shirts, until they like have holes in them. Or until they look kind of bad. But beauty products are so hard for me to like get rid of because you can't, there's an ending point. Like there is an ending point. Like I could use this all up and now this is the end. Like I can get rid of it. So that's why beauty products are so hard for me to declutter. So I was really proud of myself, even though like you're like, your hair's straight, you don't curl your hair. Why would it be so hard to get rid of this? I don't know. Because I'm like, well, if I ever do curl my hair, I'm gonna look for gel. I won't look for gel. I'll look for hairspray, and I have hairspray. So I don't need to worry about this. And I don't curl my hair that often. My hair, especially now with it being so long, it wouldn't cold curl very well anyways. So I just need to make myself realize that and be like, it doesn't matter because your hair will not hold curl. So anyways, this has been a very, you know, interesting empties. There wasn't very many. I'm hoping October is going to be so much better. But sometimes there's just not, and I've been trying to use up some things, and I've consistently been using things, but some of them are larger. Like my shower things are all like large. There's a few like smaller things I'm using right now, but I kind of switch them out, and that's a dangerous thing to do when you're trying to have empties. So hopefully sometime those will be used up so I can show you them. I'm still trying to use up 365. Maybe I'll make that number 300 just because I didn't use up as many as I'd like in September. So I'm kind of super behind now. I'm pretty sure I'm like 40 behind, maybe 50. I was catching up, but September just killed it. Anyways, this has been a long empties, so I'm gonna go. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know if you're doing like a project pan or decluttering, if you have any tips with that. But I can't look at something and try to like just get rid of it because I don't like it, because I will find a use for it. But as you can tell, I'm trying to go through a few things, and when I don't like something, like this, I am getting rid of it because I know this like color will never work for me, and I tried to use it as a contour and it just looked scary. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I don't know anyone that their skin, like, because it's oxidized from what the color it should be. I don't know if you can see, but so I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't know anyone that color. I don't want anyone that I know to wear that because they're not that color. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll talk to you later. This has been a long empties, but not very many empties. So, yeah, bye! Hi guys, so I'm back because I forgot to mention an empty because it was in my September project pan, and I'm going to kind of, I'll explain this a little bit because this is a palette, and the palette in itself is not all gone, but the eyeshadows are. I am saving two blushes in here. They will be going into like a Z palette, and I'll count those as empties when I finish those. But I finished all of these eyeshadows. There were 24 eyeshadows this month. Some of them were pretty close to being gone, but all of these little ones had eyeshadows in them. This is pretty, like, you can't get this out. It's kind of like disgusting. Yeah, that doesn't look pretty. So I used up all these eyeshadows this month, so I think I'm going to count these as individual eyeshadows just because that's how I'm going to roll. And so I might have made up a few of the things I needed, so I might have be a little bit more on track now. But I am going to count these each as individual. I'm going to break apart this palette, so you'll never see this palette like this again. The blushes will be going into my like Z palette. I call it a Z palette, but it's really like a needle box, because this little thing's magnetic. This actually doesn't have a magnet on it, that's why it's like moving around, but these two do. So this is magnetic in here, so I'm going to put the two blushes in here and just use them when I feel like it, just because these blushes are so pigmented that there's no way I can use them up anytime soon. So yeah, I just totally forgot to show you. That's so exciting. Another makeup product actually finished, and if you want to see more makeup products that I'm working on trying to finish, you can check out my October project pan introduction, and I'll link it down below. Hopefully, if not, it's just in my channel. It should be, I think, the last video that was up. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.